Hi, how are you today? The improved package has arrived. We're having it fitted in time for FP1. Have a look at the factory report.
Hey guys, it's Lamera here with episode 3 of my Formula 1 career mode. And yeah, we've just seen the upgrades then, so let's get into practice.
Good morning, and I hope you're as excited as we are for today's practice session here at the Shanghai International Circuit. This 5.45 kilometre track provides both low-speed cornering and a long high-speed straight, a combination that will challenge even the most experienced driver. A lot of focus is naturally on the drivers, but it's really important for the mechanics to get everything right as well, as one little mistake could cost the team and one of their drivers the race result.
These guys are so meticulous and they train and perfect everything that they do. Without question, they feel the pressure in the same way as the drivers, and they share the responsibility to ensure that the car makes it to the end of the race.
First off, we're starting the track acclimatization as per usual, as we do in every P1 practice session from what we've started with. And coming on to the end of the first lap, we've gone at least green, which is pretty good, and it's not been terrible like it was in Bahrain. And we get above green, which is okay, but we need to really get purple here to get some good resource points in the bank. And coming on to the end of the second lap, it looks like a really good chance to actually go purple here as we close up on most of the points. And it seems that we've got purple now, so that's absolutely brilliant, getting purple for this practice session. Yeah, and then we obviously go into qualifying pace, and we know how decent our qualifying pace is. As you see, we're a few seconds up here, and that again is really, really good. So yeah, coming through the last couple of corners, it seems we've gone up 2 seconds, and yeah, it seems really good right now. So yeah, that's a lot of stuff in the bank in P1 and P2. So yeah, let's move on to qualifying. Coming into qualifying here, coming on the end of our bank lap, we were on really good pace on the soft tyres as we come through the final couple of corners here. And this car really felt strong, and the upgrades really showed here in this weekend's Rosso and Force India, and pretty much challenging from where they do with their top spots as we go into provisional second place, obviously, with that. And I just fast forward through the session as, yeah, and it turns out we will get, I don't know, because it keeps going down. And yeah, and eventually we got P9. So yeah, that's brilliant. So let's get into the race.
Ever since the Sauber of Felipe Massa passed Jenson Button into turn 1 at the very first Chinese Grand Prix in 2004, Shanghai has consistently provided close racing and extraordinary memories. It's where Lewis Hamilton effectively lost the title in his rookie year, and it's where Nico Rosberg claimed Mercedes' first win of the modern era in 2012. Shanghai International Circuit then, a 16-corner high-speed thrill ride. The long and ever-tightening right-hander at turns 1 and 2 tests a driver's patience, and the flat, open to the elements location, tests their skill and a crosswind. 2 DRS zones will assist passing, and overtaking is available into turn 1 and of course down the kilometre-long back straight into the hairpin at turn 14. Joining me once again to take you through this race is the effervescent Anthony Davidson, and I'm very much looking forward to it getting underway. You raced here, of course, didn't you, back in your Super Aguri days in that infamous Chinese Grand Prix of 2007?
Yeah, that's right. I didn't last that long though, unfortunately. Qualifying had gone pretty well, but my brakes failed quite early in the race, around lap 10 or 11, something like that. And of course, back in 2004, I was the very first Formula 1 driver to complete a lap of this circuit. Just thought I'd mention that for you, Crofty. You like a good stat. It's a fairly tough circuit on the brakes here, though. You know, it's that long back straight down into turn 14, and then you got turns 6 and 11. They're quite heavy as well. On top of that, managing your front tyre wear is always a challenge around here, so there's a lot to keep in mind during the Grand Prix.
Qualifying the softs really helped us here, as it gave us a really good strategy as we could go longer than anyone else. That could really propel us up the order going on the medium tyres, which is really helpful. So we know the strategy, one stop, you know the drill. Let's get into the race, and hopefully it's a good one here. As we go and start to sequence this top of the race, as we always do. It goes 5 red lights, and it's away we go. But we get a decent start. We didn't get bogged down. We see Ricardo trying to come down our inside. As we just go around the outside of the Ricardo out there. And we give him he gets the position. And we will keep tracking him through the next couple of corners, and then coming down to the head. So we try to get down the second corner as well and get that bit of a break zone. But yeah, Verstappen tries to go past us, but we take the inside line and we just try to defend, and we get that position. Now coming on to the start of lap 2, we're getting a slipstream with Vettel as we dive down the inside here, and we get into 3rd place, which is absolutely amazing, ahead of the Ferraris as we set a purple sector 1. But on lap 3, we lose it here as we try to save the back end, as we go wide into the gravel trap and narrowly avoid the wall, as we see all the cars coming past us. And we might drop down to 8, but no, we hold it round the outside of Massa as it turns to the inside, and we just cut him off there. And now coming on to the start of lap 5, and it seems we're leading the race, which is amazing. I didn't think we'd be in this position, but obviously we were able to take the tyres this far. Now coming on to lap 5, it seems we're going in for our pit stop here. And we'll be aiming for a good one here. And we'll that we are not ahead of Hamilton just, but as you can see in the background we're ahead of Verstappen and Kimi, which is absolutely amazing. And now coming after the pits, we obviously Ericsson's going really slowly, and we go down the inside of the long left-hander, which is really unorthodox, which is absolutely brilliant move done. Coming on to lap 6 now, we see Nasser battling Hamilton, as we can try to capitalise here. As Nasser slows down, he doesn't have DRS, and we just try to go around the outside of him and Hamilton. Let's see if we can get the move done, but no, he just tries to squeeze us out as he has the racing line here, as we just don't get through. We're going to keep on following him as we must have DRS for the next straight. And this is amazing, us battling Hamilton here, as we try to go around the outside of him right here, as the first corner turns into a right at Hammerhead, and we just get the move done, which is incredible racing here. But we do get onto the grass a bit, we lose the back end a bit, and we go wide, but as we get it lost on the curb, Hamilton regains the position, which is really annoying. But now onto lap 17, we see Raikkonen, no, it's Hamilton again, going around the outside and Raikkonen. But we just defend from them easily. But I think Hamilton might get to position here as we go wide. Yes, we do. But Kimi is just battling us for a position here. And I think we just might get it coming into here. But again, we've got DRS on Hamilton, as he slows down quite a lot. But this time we're getting into the slipstream. But it doesn't seem, with him with DRS, we can get close enough. No, we can't. He just has the merit over us as we stick behind him. But we might be able to make a move into turn 2. But no, he just closes the door, and that is all she wrote. Now, on coming through in lap 8 as well, I overtake Hamilton, and I try to overtake Magnussen as well, but I just lose the back end and have to swerve out the way. And as Hamilton comes through again, as we see Raikkonen again trying to come through, it just won't work. And coming down the back straight here, we see Raikkonen trying to go around the outside of us, and he does successfully. We had to brake late for this corner and maybe get back to position, but Magnussen blocks Raikkonen, and he's being blocked by Hamilton. His Hamilton speeds off from distance, so we can't do anything about it. But hopefully we'll stay in touch here as Magnussen down into the pits. We try to go around the outside of Magnussen again, because we have better traction, but I think that's the sheer pace of him. It's just not enough to get past. We try to go around the outside of him at turn 1, and can we get the move done? Yes, we do. And that is an absolutely amazing move there around the outside to get back into third place. As we see here, going down the back straight, Raikkonen goes down the outside of us, so we just try to tuck into the slipstream and maybe take back place by braking later. As we do, we brake really late and just hit the curb on the exit here, and that's up back into third place. As we see a bit of a train developing behind us here, as Raikkonen tries to go around the outside again, but I think we just outbrake him here, and we try to take a racing line as he tries to go around the outside, as we force him a bit wide, but that's okay as we still have to place as and it's fair racing indeed. As we go down the back straight, I think we see Raikkonen coming. He's obviously got DRS still, as we just see in the mirrors him trying to go for an overtake as he does, as he goes through, as we just try to outbrake him, but it turns out we broke too early, which is really annoying. But as we're going to keep following him, as we may look and move down the inside, maybe for the cutback, but no, it's not going to work here. As we come on to the end of this lap as well, I just waited, hopefully for DRS here, as we just tried to tuck in here. We may be a long way back, but DRS really helps. The straight is really long. As we go down the inside here, not like his move, which is always pretty much around the outside, the other way around, then the start from the straight, as we get back up into third place. We're coming on to the end of that. So we see Raikkonen, Verstappen and Vettel all overtaking us, and DRS in tow. But as we go back down the inside of Vettel, as we look past down the inside of Verstappen, as we seem to get the move done, then Verstappen's through is right, as Kimi is right on our left, as we're going to keep following him, going down into the hairpin as Verstappen gets the place, and we're just going to try and squeeze him out as he tucks in behind us, as we try to go down the inside with a great move there, but I don't think it's going to work, as we just swapped him behind Max. And on board with Kimi here, you see I lose the back end on the curb, so he forces his way through, bumping us out the way, which isn't exactly fair, but I was pretty accepting of it in due and fairness, as we tuck in behind the straight as well, as we look to remove down the inside a bit late, as we swerve out the way just before we brake, as we get back up into fourth place, and I think that will have the measure of him here, as we have a bit of fuel left, so I think we can use our extra but coming through the final few corners, I will take fourth place from fifth. What a brilliant weekend here as we finish fifth in the Chinese Grand Prix.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the
Like I
Drivers'
said here,
Championship.
an
It's a good
absolutely
result for
amazing
Nico
race,
Rosberg,
and
who
I'm
extends his
really
advantage to
happy.
the top of the championship.
So
And now
yeah,
I'd like to ask
and
you,
hopefully
Anthony
we look forward to
Davidson, who was
Russia,
your driver of the
and
day?
I think we might be a
Well, I'm a
bit
bit
slower
spoiled for
because
choice,
teams are probably
Crofty.
going to
My
be
instinct
upgraded,
says Valtteri
and
Bottas,
I
but
don't
heading
know
down
if
the
Russia's a
field,
good
no
track
one
of
really
mine or
jumps out
not.
at me to make
But
me
yeah,
change my
thanks
mind.
for watching,
And now
and
let's
thanks
take
for
a look at the
support over the
constructors'
last
standings.
couple of
Mercedes have
episodes.
extended
It's
their
really
lead at the top
been
of the
nice to see a
standings.
few new faces on the
Meanwhile,
channel
Toro
here.
Rosso's strong weekend
And
allows them
I'm
to continue
really
their
enjoying
march
this
up the
career
table.
mode, so thanks
After all that
for
excitement,
everybody
it's
who's tuning in. I'm Lara Harriet.
until the next
if
race.
if you're new, hit that subscribe button. If you liked the video or want to see more F1 2016 content, hit the like
And after
button.
this round of the
And
World
yeah, I'll see you
Championship,
later.
here's how